Is your income on a roller coaster ride? So many of you are so super sensitive and even introverts, and you're ready to make a big impact and are not quite sure what to do. My next amazing and beautiful guest has answers. Right now, you're listening to Scientific Healing with Dr. Anastasia Chopelas. I know the power of vibrational healing by combining physics with ancient healing arts to develop my own system that has amplified results for hundreds of my clients and healing students. Discover how you energetically attract or repel new clients when working as a healer or coach at scientifichealer.com/relationship. One thing I've discovered in working with some amazing women and men is that they might be totally amazing at what they do and they help people out tremendously, yet they remain sadly underpaid. I too struggled because of my introvertedness. Is that a word? My next guest can help you and me with that unstable income. I'm so pleased to introduce Meliss Jakubovic. She's known as the Lead Generation Genie. She helps people like you market online organically and helps healers and coaches grow their business. She also hosts a podcast called Marketing Tips with Mellis. I'll bet there's lots of valuable information for you to listen to there. When we chatted earlier this week, I discovered Melissa is like me. Aside from being an introvert and energetically sensitive, she likes to get things done fast. She can help you scale your business in 90 days or less. Who doesn't love that idea? She's also a single mom of 2 boys. I did that as well, raised my 2 alone as a professor, just about as time intensive as being an entrepreneur. Welcome to the show, Melissa. I'm so pleased we had matching gaps in our schedules that we could do this interview this week.
Me too. Thank you so much for having me. It's lovely.
I am so excited to listen to what you have to offer our listeners today. So everyone has a very personal story on how they started down the path to helping people with whatever they do. Could you tell us yours?
Yeah, well, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I actually started entrepreneurship in 3rd grade on the playground. I was selling friendship bracelets to everybody for $3, and it just grew from there. I mean, I've never done anything else, but I have been through a bunch of different entrepreneur journeys. So I am a dancer. So I started out dancing and I decided I'm going to add yoga to my certifications. So then I started doing yoga, and it was all about music and movement and having fun. And then I said, I would love to coach people through this. So I started a health coaching company, which morphed into a health and life coaching company. And I ran that online for several years and grew it with online marketing strategies. And then my healer friends and my coaching friends, they asked me, how'd you do this? Can you show us? Can you help us? And then I started dabbling in the marketing side of things with their businesses, and their businesses started to take off. And I realized I really love the marketing side of it. I still want to be with my people, the healers, the spirituals, the woo-woos, the empaths, but I'm going to help them from this side of it, the back end stuff. And so I've been running my marketing agency for almost a little over 6 years.
Awesome. Yeah. All entrepreneurs, when they start, it's always this evolution, you kind of weave through. Like I started actually teaching for people how to do photography because I with studying light and color through all the years of being in physics, I was like, one of my favorite things to do is take pictures. And in the old days, digital cameras took lousy pictures. And everybody says, how do you do that? How do you do that? Right? So then now I'm doing this. Like, can you imagine what a trip that was?
It's funny because I think entrepreneurs, we're the innovators, we're the creatives. So when we feel that there's a need for something, that's when we jump in and take advantage of it. And so that makes perfect sense that you needed to help people with photography because you had a skill and you turned it into something. And so that's basically what I'm doing now.
Yeah, so you talked about how you are now attracting healers and coaches, the people that are hypersensitive, and even introverted, because like most introverts and me included, I don't like going on social media and talking about myself. It's like like I think who's really interested? I'm even bored with it, right?
I mean, I think we need to be visible because what we have to offer is so amazing.
It
And
is.
we want to help other people, and we need to let them know that there's a solution out there.
Yes, there is. So let's talk about some typical results. When someone comes to you, what do you commonly do for people, like the average? And take us through that little process.
Yeah, well, basically people come to me because they either have inconsistent income, they don't know where to find their next leads. They have clients sometimes and they're not sure how to get them just coming in the door one after the other. And I help them come up with the foundational marketing systems they need in their business. So we build out these systems, they're business building systems. It's a lot of structure to help people reach that next level of income. And I really feel that what I do is a good balance of feminine and masculine energy. So a lot of coaches and healers come to me with tons of feminine energy and they want to have like the art of allowing. They sit back, they let people come to them. There's referrals, they are led by their intuition, and all that's beautiful and important, but they totally miss out on the masculine energy, which is structure, systems, marketing, action taking, being visible, things like that. And so I help my clients add that in so that there's a nice balance and then growth happens. Some of my coaches and healers actually come to me with a lot of masculine energy and I add in the feminine energy. So I'm a big believer that you should have a great balance of both and then your business starts to thrive.
Yeah, I totally understand that because I came from the world of physics and I kind of came in the room like vroom and everybody goes like, I want to remind you that you're listening to Scientific Healing with Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, and today my special guest is Meliss Jakubovic, marketing and abundance expert. Before the break, we talked about some of the typical results you get when working with others. Let's talk about a really tough case. Could you name one, and what did you recommend for them, and then what happened?
I feel that because I have niched down so strategically to helping only coaches and healers, that my process is the same across the board. And that's why I did it. So I don't have to recreate the wheel every time a new client comes to me. I have a process that works and it works every time somebody puts it to action. The way it doesn't work is when you don't show up, you don't put it to action, you don't do the things that are needed to do to get to that next stage. So a hard case for me, well, first of all, I pick and choose who I want to work with. I don't just offer my service to everyone. People have to speak to me and we talk, we chat, we can do it in the DMs and we can do it on the phone. But I like to meet the people and make sure that I actually want to coach them and help them build their business. So it's kind of like an interview both ways. When we're on a call, they're seeing if I'm a good fit for them and I'm also seeing if they're a good fit for me. But sometimes people slip through the cracks or they don't show their true colors right at the beginning. And you end up with those energy vampire clients who suck the energy out of you and you go back and try to replay every moment. How did I miss this? So for me, a hard case would be someone who is claiming victim mode, someone who doesn't value my expertise after they've hired me, someone who is not coachable, someone who doesn't pay on time. And the way that I solve that problem is I just don't work with them anymore. I've fired clients before. It doesn't happen very often, but I grew my business so that I could love what I do. And I have it fit around my schedule as a busy single mom who takes care of my dad who's ill, and I have over 50 clients on the roster and 16 people on the team. So my time is so strategically planned to fit it all in. And it doesn't make sense to me to show up for a client call when I'm dreading going because of all the things I mentioned. So I'll just let a client go because I need to love what I do. I need to get excited, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk to this person. I can't wait to help them. Not like, oh, I have to deal with them again. So that's how I deal with it. I think
Yeah,
that
so that whole dialogue is really important for everyone listening to hear what Meliss just said. that is such, and I'm getting like goosebumps from saying this. It's just that when you are working with clients, you can't take everybody.
That's
You
right.
can, and for me, I fall in love with all of my clients and all of my students because it's an intimate relationship. Healing
Absolutely.
or teaching, and in the way that we're doing, it's an intimate relationship. So coaching is much the same way, like what you're doing, and you're working with people one to one, and so it's so intimate. So being picky about who you're working with rather than having that one person that just sucks all the energy out of you. I always say when
Yeah.
they do that is, wow, they sure need a lot of healing.
That's funny. I mostly run group programs. I only have a few one-on-one clients at this point in my business, but the same goes for group programs because if you have
Exactly.
one person in the group who is an energy vampire, it actually brings the vibration down of everyone in the group, and it hurts their experience. And that's happened to me before, and it's a really tough spot to be in. So I also want to mention, though, that if you're a coach or a healer trying to get clients and you're really struggling with it, and then you have a call with someone and you want to have a client so badly that you just say yes, it's really going to hurt you in the long run. And so to really see, is this a good fit before you go in and launch into what you're offering? Because not everybody is a good fit. Even if you're struggling for money, you should not work with people that are not a good fit.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are some people I know I can help and some people I know I can't. So this is another
Absolutely.
clue, right? And I have a big Rolodex. That's an old fashioned word. We used to have them sitting on the desk. I have this a big Rolodex of other people that work in energy that are able to handle them or able to handle their specific requests, and I just send them on.
Absolutely. If they're not a good fit for you, you can still be helpful by saying, go read this book or join this community, or here's a colleague of mine that might be a better fit, instead of you trying to fit yourself into a mold that doesn't match, because it will be problematic every time you connect with this person.
Yeah. So I just love this conversation. So everybody take a lot of notes. Go back and listen and take notes because what Meliss said is a really awesome. So what's one quick action tip you would give someone who's launching a new program that's designed to help someone?
Only one.
Yeah, you
Okay.
get one. You could do two. Do a bonus.
This is the thing. Everybody is teaching, go make an online course, go get some passive income. You can make money while you're sleeping. And what I find is a lot of people come to me with this mindset and they're working day in and day out to create the world's greatest course that nobody's going to buy. Because before you get to that point in your business, you have to have a following. You have to know exactly what your target market wants. And that's what you have to create in your course. So your course isn't just information, all of your certifications and your training spewed out at other people. There has to be a journey that gets people from point A to point B with a transformation. And you have to know those people that need that. So you have to have a following. And the only way to have a following is to spend time building relationships and providing value, or spend a lot of money on ads. And most times people don't have a lot of ad spend budget available. So they're making these courses, which take so much time and effort, and then nobody buys them because they never had a following and they never validated their market. So my tip is, before you make any package or any program or any online course, ask your current and past clients what they need exactly, and that's what you go create. And make sure you have a following to share it with people, because it's not just I make a course and people are going to find it and buy. You have to have a strategy and a plan before you
Yeah.
execute.
The other thing that I've noticed myself, and I've also heard from other people that have put helpful content online, is that their helpful content generates 80 to 90% of their income. And the advertising, even if they advertise, the advertise only represents 10 to 20%.
Well, I teach organic marketing strategies so that you don't need to spend money on Facebook ads. I do run Facebook ads for myself, but that's because there's different stages of business and I'm at that stage of business. And because I'm running Facebook ads doesn't mean I'm shutting off all the organic relationship building. I'm doing both. And for me, it's about 50-50 or maybe 40-60. But organic is the most powerful way to go, especially because it doesn't cost any money. It just takes time.
It just takes time. And I totally agree with you that all of those passive income shortcuts, like, put your affiliate links here and that just simply, it gets turned off, like it gets shut down all through, because I've been through this, I've been on the internet since the beginning, right? And every shortcut that people have taken, they used to have link farms where everybody would create links to fool Google, and Google keeps shutting those things down. So all of the ways that people used to make passive income just simply don't work. Now you have to build a real business. And that's what you and I are really about, is building a real business. Right?
It's also, you only really need one program. If you know who your target market is and you have one program, it's going to make it so much easier on you. You don't have to create 12 different programs and then hope that somebody wants it. You can't show a catalog of all your services to someone and let someone just pick what they want, because you'll never sell it. If you have one program that's results focused, then you can sell that to everyone in your market, and it's easier on you and you're more effective when you stand out in the marketplace.
Yeah. And one of the things that I did when I first started teaching classes, right? When I first started teaching healing, which was like going on 10 years now, is that I sold it first. And when people bought, then I built the program.
Oh, absolutely. I do that too all the time. When I have a pop-up program, I'm like, oh, I've got this great concept. Let's see who wants it. And after the first person purchases, I'm like, now I need to figure out what I'm doing.
Exactly.
But, because we know what we offer is good, it's not that it's of lesser quality. It's just a strategic move. Like, why spend all this time developing this really in-depth course and then no one purchases it? Then you're wasting your time and your efforts.
Absolutely. So you and I are of like mind.
Yes.
So for people to connect with Meliss, you can go to her main website, which is melissmarketing.com, where you'll learn about her, what she's about. But she has a free gift for you. It's called 5 Reasons Why Your Content Isn't Converting and What to Do About It. And you'll find that at abundantstrategy.com/freebie, FREEBIE. You'll find that in the show notes, right? So Meliss also does informative webinars for helping you build your business. I listened to one and I loved it. So Meliss, it's been a total delight having you on the show. Thank you so much for your wise insights and helpful tips.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a total pleasure.
Awesome. So everyone, thank you for listening to Scientific Healing, and for our wonderful guest, Meliss Jakubovic. You can connect with her at melissmarketing.com, as I said. Let's you and I connect. Go to scientifichealer.com/relationship and sign up for your free 5-day relationship healing program. That's so important, because every business, everything in your life is all about your relationships. And some of you that help or heal others intuitively or energetically are unaware of the energetic residues from old relationships that sit in your body or energy field that are repelling your ideal clients. When you're ready to move forward with learning the science and art of profound healing, I invite you into a conversation right now to discover the possibilities available to you. I have reserved time on my calendar at scientifichealer.com/appointment. This is Dr. Anastasia Chopelas. Until next time.